All right, everyone. Welcome to Rhythm and Roads. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We have a very special guest today's episode. We have Jason C. Bourque. He's actually an award-winning writer, director, and producer, and he's actually one of the directors of one of my favorite Hallmark films, is Reason for the Season. So, welcome, sir, to Rhythm and Roads.
Oh, thanks, Josh. It's good to be on. It's good
Yeah,
to be
thank
on.
you. Thanks for accepting my invitation. And now we definitely want to look into your story because I know you probably have an incredible story from where you started to where you're at as a filmmaker. But yes, great job on that film, Reason for the Season. I thought it was great. I truly enjoyed it. I was really impressed to the point of where we're at right now and doing this interview for me to reach out. So, but yeah, let's get to
It's
know your
fun.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I've always been a storyteller and I'm not musically inclined. I wish I was, but I've always been very visual.
Okay.
So when I was little, it's like from comic books to make my own comic books, writing my own stories. I ultimately wanted to get into child and youth care when I was in university and
Wow, is that
working with
right?
kids.
Okay.
Yeah, but throughout that process, I was always making films, back on film, 16 millimeter and 8 millimeter
Wow.
film. So this is going way back, but
Yeah.
ultimately made the decision to go to the Vancouver Film School,
Okay.
and I had an instructor that told me write what you know, and that's what I did. But again, I used to work in a video store, kind of like a Quentin Tarantino
Oh,
type
no
of a.
way.
Yeah, I would make my own little movies and put them in the cult section. So they were
Wow.
usually really badly done, shot on oh boy, I think I would edit on like a VHS machine. But I would always want to tell these stories, and I love genre films. I think what inspired me to make movies, I must have been about like 12, and I saw two movies back to back. One was Ridley Scott's Alien, and the other one was
Wow.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
Wow.
And I'm an
Good
80s
films.
kid. The films, I don't know if you know these ones. I grew up on like Kurt Russell movies like Big
Oh,
Trouble in Little China,
yeah. Yeah.
Escape from New York. So I love action movies and
Cool.
sci-fi. Interestingly, obviously you've seen what I've been doing lately. I
Yeah.
transitioned into Hallmark Christmas
All
movies.
right. What a
So
difference, huh? From action.
yeah, I
Uh,
always keep my sci-fi movies and my thrillers in my back pocket, and I still dip my big toe into that.
oh, okay.
But yeah, so basically, I went to school, uh, went to university, took visual arts, sculpting, painting, photography,
Wow.
uh, transitioned out of child and youth care, went to the Vancouver Film School, wrote, the teacher saying, write what you know. And I wrote
Mm.
a story based on growing up in St. John, New Brunswick, this very rural little area in New Brunswick. And not to freak you out, but I grew up next to a serial killer.
Oh,
Very,
shoot.
I know, true crime podcast, Stephen King
Wow.
type stuff. And that's the movie that I made. It was called Blackfly,
Really?
inspired by
Okay.
my own experiences growing up in New Brunswick. So
Interesting.
Blackfly, yeah, that was my first one that I truly felt was my own. Up to that, I was doing a lot of sci-fi movies. Like I made a whole bunch of disaster movies that usually end in storm, Dark Storm, Polar Storm, Seattle Superstorm.
Really?
Usually, yeah, but they still
Wow.
had a lot of heart to it because I'm a
Okay.
storyteller, but I know that even if I'm doing a Christmas movie or a
Yeah.
sci-fi movie, it always comes down to characters that we can relate to.
Okay.
And they have to have a big heart. So even if I'm
Yes.
doing a crazy sci-fi Stonatos movie or writing some kind of wyvern creature feature, I know that the characters, you got to care about them.
Yeah. Right.
So I always took that experience, even though I did sci-fi and thrillers, it still kind of transitioned into Christmas Hallmark movies.
Wow. And that's a great point that you made. And thanks for sharing all that. Is I did relate to a lot of the actors in this film, the reason for the season. Like you
Yeah,
had to care for them, you know what I mean? And that
yeah.
so you did a great job on that where I was like, wow, you actually like want to see how they're gonna do it. Like you felt this care. You're like, oh man. But that's interesting from the films that inspired you, from Alien, The Thing. I think there's other filmmakers that I've watched their interviews and they said those films also have helped them on their journey as a filmmaker. So that's
Yeah,
very cool.
totally. Totally. Throughout that I still did, even though I'm not musically inclined, my background, my film school was also doing music videos. So I did a
Oh, no
lot of music
way.
videos, a
That's
lot of
cool.
crazy short films. Yeah, so that was part of my journey as I was in breaking into film, working as a production assistant or
Okay.
assistant production coordinator. On weekends, I would always be shooting, and that was
Okay.
always my mandate. It's like I could be working for other people, but what can I do with my own vision that because we're all talented, but it's
Yeah.
like usually people just see the tip of the iceberg, what we're
Right.
capable of. So how could I come up with projects to really truly show off what I'm capable of?
There you
So
go.
that's where the shorts came in handy. And my music videos, a lot of country music for some
Okay,
reason.
cool.
That was paying the bills, but they always had a storytelling element to it.
Yeah,
So
I like that. I like music
yeah,
videos that have storytelling to it. It's pretty
yeah,
much
me
like you're
too.
making a film, but it's just adding music to it. I mean, and
Totally.
the thing is, with your music videos, did you ever have any dialogue with the actors, or was it
Uh,
just more the music portraying the roles and the story going along
it's
with the music?
for me, it was like it's visual storytelling. So there's
Right.
no dialogue per se, but they had like some pretty intricate plots.
Okay,
So
that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and some of it was like I did a heavy metal music video for a band
Oh,
called
you did.
Annihilating.
Oh,
But
wow.
the plot is basically a single dad who has an abusive wife and they get divorced and he's trying to get his daughter back. So he goes back to college to get re-educated.
Is that
But
right?
yeah, but
Wow.
it's like, but again, it's heavy metal, but the visuals were telling this story that was actually, I think, quite relatable and had quite a big heart to it, even though it's a guy like rah, rah, screaming into his
Yeah, the
microphone
stream. Right.
with a gravelly voice. I still had visuals that I think people could relate to.
That's awesome. Wow. I see. I've always wanted to do that, is do some music videos, storytell with that. I think that that's important. I think that's probably the best way to start, right? With short films, as in like doing a short for music videos and then working your
Yep.
way to an actual feature or just another short
I
actual
I
film.
think so. I think
Yeah.
it's a great way for filmmakers out there to kind of like creatively get a handle on certain techniques and working with actors. But I think the music video format and short film format definitely it made me a better filmmaker by experimenting first, getting that out of my system,
Yeah.
and then making my first movie actually was a really cheesy sci-fi with a terrible title called Maximum Surge. Uh,
It's called Maximum Surge.
Maximum Surge,
Oh, okay.
also called Game Over. You can look it up. Made
Okay.
back in 2002, and then I did another, hoping like I was this creative entity, like wanting to do truly meaningful work. But it was my first job, so I did that one, and then I did another one called Wildfire 7,
Interesting
and
titles.
I started working with a lot of like child actors and actors from like oh boy, like the 80s. Like that one had Tracy Gold from Growing Pains. And then I
Oh,
got on
wow. Okay.
board a series called The Two Corys with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. Do you
Oh,
remember
that's
those guys?
cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
remember Corey Feldman. Yeah.
Yeah. Corey Haim, they were both in like Lost Boys, which
Right.
has one of the best soundtracks of all time for
Oh,
vampire
yeah.
movies.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. I totally agree.
Cry Little Sister.
Yeah,
It's
Cry Little
like, come
Sister.
on.
Oh, man. I
Yeah, I
mean, I
love
forgot
that
the
stuff.
artist. Who's the artist that sings the Cry Little Sister?
Oh boy, good question. Good question. It
I
also had that
I forgot.
crazy guy with his shirt off, all the muscles playing the saxophone.
I don't
He
re
did a
I don't remember that.
oh, you can look him up. Like I think he
I'll look
used to
him
play
up.
with Tina Turner.
Oh,
Um,
really? Okay.
yeah, but Lost Boys. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Lost Boys is also, if I was to list my top 10 movies, Lost Boys is probably in there too. So even all my
Did you
musical, it's all 80s. It's
did
all
you
80s.
watch The Lost Boys this past Halloween or October?
No, I
No.
probably should have. I don't
I just
my
asked because we were just past Halloween recently.
I know it's funny. My wife likes she doesn't like scary movies, so she likes a lot of talking animal movies that make you feel
Oh,
good.
really?
So
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, yeah, give the world a big hug. That's what I do with Hallmark, honestly. Like it's
Hey, well, yeah.
like the one that you just saw, like A Reason for the Season with yeah, Taylor Cole and Kevin McGarry. Like something like that, it honestly feels like I'm giving America a big hug. Like it's
Yeah, well,
just so much about giving and the
yeah.
best in people. And we know it's those type of beautiful Hallmark towns
Yep.
don't necessarily exist. But I think it just leaves people with a smile on their face. And I jump back and forth genre wise, but I truly love being part of the Hallmark family.
So great point in that because actually, when I actually watched the film, yeah, I felt really good after. I was like, this was a great film. I love the twist in it. But yeah, so great job on that. But I like Hallmark, and I've interviewed a few other directors as well who have done some prior Hallmark films. But I wanted to get to know your story on the fact of how did you get started with Hallmark, and then we can transition to how'd you land the reason for the season.
Yeah, so I was doing sci-fi channel movies. And to be honest, I mean that's where my heart is at. I love
Hmm.
sci-fi channel
Sci-fi.
movies. Yeah, so I was just finishing up it was a sci-fi time travel movie called Termination Point with
Okay.
Jason Priestley and Lou Diamond Phillips.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
yeah, it's terrible visual effects, but the plot was cool, and those guys are
Okay.
amazing actors.
Yeah, I
Um,
love Lou
so we
Diamond. Yeah.
loved it, and I had this guy that was trying to kill Jason Priestley's character, Ben Ayres, and Ben he has like two guns, Glocks, and kind of like a John Woo movie, and he's trying to hunt him through a bank, and we did this big action scene, and Jason Priestley ends up shooting him multiple times in the chest.
Oh, wow.
Cut to a few years later, and Ben becomes like this Hallmark sweetheart on these movies, and
Yeah.
because he's a good looking guy, so he transitioned into Hallmark.
Okay.
He was in Ontario, and this producer asked, "Hey, do you know any directors you like to work with?" Ben remembered this crazy sci-fi channel movie, and he said, "Hey,
Yeah.
listen, he's never done a Christmas movie, but you got to meet him. You'll love working with him." So through Ben, he got me my first
Oh,
Hallmark movie.
wow. And which one was
Yeah,
your first Hallmark?
it was called a crazy long title. It's like A Christmas Tree Grows in Colorado.
That is a long title.
It's a long title, and it came in at a time when Hallmark was transitioning. I don't know if you know the history of Hallmark.
I don't.
With
No.
used to be Bill Abbott was involved in Hallmark,
Okay.
and a lot of it he was very conservative and very white. He it's like there wasn't a lot of diversity with
Oh, really?
Hallmark
Okay.
at that point. It was very much like almost like he was keeping Hallmark stuck in the 1950s and not in a good
Wow.
way. So
That's
Bill
crazy. Okay.
Abbott, yeah, it was crazy. Bill Abbott got let go. And when
Oh,
he
okay.
got let go, he started Great American Family,
Oh,
which is
I've heard of that. Yeah.
yeah, which is kind of like it's
Like
kind of like
Hallmark,
the
kind of.
pure Hallmark,
Yeah.
if you would want to call it that. Again, I don't think in a good way. So yeah, once he left, so I came in and Christmas tree grows in Colorado. All of a sudden, I have like black leads. I got a gay Jewish fireman. It was awesome. We had all these different elements to it,
Wow.
and it was a story that was really a lot of diversity and big heart to it, and it was different. It was just a little more unique. And once I got that one done, it did trigger other movies. So other Hallmark movies, other romantic comedies.
Oh, nice.
And I got lucky. I started doing Hallmark movies that were just really good scripts because some of them, as you know, you can kind of make fun of.
Well,
You know what I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah, the woman gives up her career to go back to like the small town to fall back in love with her high
Yeah.
school sweetheart, giving
Exactly.
up everything.
Right.
Like, come
Right.
on. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the reason for the season obviously had a little bit more plot to it.
Yeah.
It did, and had the one I did after that, our holiday story, same thing, just a wonderful script, huge audience, and people just really connected with it.
Okay.
And the one I did this year called Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper. Same thing. Like it's just wonderful scripts and admittedly, amazing ratings and lots of wonderful reviews. And
Wow.
you
That's
never know
awesome.
which ones really connect. But A Reason
Right.
for the
Yeah.
Season was one that the audience loved.
Yeah.
So I think this year, if anyone wants to check it out, I think it's playing, even though we did it last year, it's playing about six times, I think, with the
Oh, it
lead
is.
up to
Okay.
Christmas on different dates. Um, yeah,
So
but
you're so you're go ahead.
I was going to say my style of working with these as well is we do a lot of ad libs, and the leads so care about the Hallmark audience that we always elevate it. So we get the script, we workshop it, any little jokes and ad libs and ways of elevating the dialogue and
Wow.
having a lot of play within that Hallmark sandbox. We just dive
Yeah,
in. So
that's
it's
cool, man.
yeah, we all very much care about making the best Hallmarks ever.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, and I want to be the Martin Scorsese of Hallmark movies. I mean,
Oh, do you?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
try to make it more cinematic. You probably noticed, like the reason
Yeah.
for the season, it looks beautifully lit,
Oh
and
yeah. I loved
yeah,
it. Yeah.
it's a good looking movie.
It is very good. So your latest film that you mentioned that's Hallmark, what was it called again?
So the latest, it came out about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
It was my one big Hallmark movie this year. It's called Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper, and
Okay.
it's going
Merry
to
Christmas,
air
Ted Cooper.
yeah, a few more times.
Okay.
Um, Lots of comedy, big heart, crazy jokes. I think it's
That's
like
cool.
7.5 on IMDb, which is
Wow.
very
That's
sweet. So
yeah, that is sweet.
so yeah, so lots of wonderful reviews and a big fan base. So at the same time, I did do a Lifetime thriller this year and
Oh, you
thoroughly
did?
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Wow,
Yeah.
so you're
So I
going
did,
from Hallmark to Lifetime, huh?
it was crazy. The Lifetime movie called Before Your Father Finds Us. Um, yeah, that's like it's pretty edgy. I think so. It's kind of like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You got a
Oh, very
military
cool.
mom. She's in the witness protection program. Her husband is like Reacher gone bad. He's in prison, played by Tom O'Pennicott from the Battlestar Galactica days. He escapes from prison, kills a security guard, has someone in the FBI that's basically finds out where she lives and comes to this beautiful little Hallmark town
Wow.
to like get her back. But she's like military, so they're shooting Glocks and she throws a grenade at him, and it's lots of fun
Wow.
action. You should
That
check out the
sounds fun.
trailer.
Yeah,
It
I
was
should
fun.
definitely check
Yeah,
it out.
so and I loved it, like being able to transition from doing one of those into a Hallmark movie. Like that's a good balance for me. If I could do
Oh,
both,
yeah.
I'm always happy anyway because I feel blessed to do these type of movies.
Well, I would
Uh,
hope you feel happy after those films.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's not work, honestly,
Yeah.
Josh. It's basically playtime for me, and I love the
That's
process.
awesome. I'm glad because that's what's important, with doing your best with, I guess, your work is enjoying your work and doing what you love and be passionate about it and just knowing that you're doing something that is also making you happy, but it's going to make those that watch it happy. And I mean, that's just great of the story
Oh,
of, storytelling, just
totally.
being part of that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what's the secret behind Hallmark Christmas films? Is it you guys film in the summer and like transform a small town that,
Yeah,
yeah, is that how it
totally.
works?
Yeah, so the one that you saw, A Reason for the Season, we shot that in June.
Wow.
Lots of fake snow. It's all
Yeah.
snow blankets and CGI.
Wow.
And we shot that beautiful, amazing town was a back lot. So I think we had a diner in that one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, because she gives the mom in the beginning gives birth in a diner,
Right.
and
In a
that's
diner.
where Taylor Cole's character goes back to revisit. So the
Right.
diner is actually from a TV series called Riverdale.
Oh,
And when the
wow.
Riverdale series ended, they took the whole set and transferred it to a back lot. So we did have some locations that we filmed on sort of like a back lot area.
Well, that's
Uh,
cool.
yeah, so the snow was usually CGI, but then we have snowmakers, but they're very loud. So it's like fake
Are they really?
snow.
They're
Yeah,
loud?
yeah. So we had a lot of fake snow in that one because we had a lot of scope, a lot of big shots, all in
Wow.
June. Like we're literally, it's like people have their jackets on and they're sweating.
Yeah, I bet. It's like what, 90 degrees, 100
Oh,
degrees?
yeah, but it's interesting though because when we
Yeah.
shoot it, to give an example, like if this is the frame, say it's me.
Yeah.
And right underneath the lens, we have like a tray about this big with a pile of snow on it. And we put that underneath the lens.
Oh
So it's like
wow.
so it's it's like this. So the gray would
Okay.
be
Oh really? Okay.
fake snow, and we force perspect it, and underneath that's like green grass. So it's like we do
Wow.
all these forced perspective shots to fake it,
Yeah.
and then we always do a wet down, so the pavement always looks like it's melted snow. And
That's
it's
cool,
everything's
man.
like it's fun, but the illusion is that again, if it's like it looks all beautiful snow, but if the camera
Right.
goes like "Ooh," you'll see like green grass, you'll see flowers, you'll see all this other stuff that exists outside the winter wonderland. So
Wow.
it's very specific with how I got
Specific
it.
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting because I actually went to Santa Fe back in probably 2004, 2005, with a school with I was part of it was like a trip from the school I was going to, and we went up there and we went to this Walmart parking lot, and there was a Village Inn real like I'm almost in the same area. And I saw these two semi trucks with something about film, and they actually were converting the Village Inn into like snow. They had fake
Yeah.
icicles on top of the roof of snow, and it was like in the summer. It was like May when we went, and I was just like, that's what also I was very big on film, so I was all like, oh my God, like here's a film crew creating fake snow and this thing for Village Inn to look like it probably was for a Hallmark film.
Oh yeah. It's crazy, eh? Like we have the set decorators. They have like these trees, real trees, but they're probably about like 12 feet high, and they got like a dozen. So whenever we're doing a scene of two people talking, we always have the same trees, which are already painted white,
Yeah,
that you like put in the background to kind
right.
of block the traffic and the fact that there's like a green graveyard back there or something. Like it's
Yeah.
everything's a fake. So the set dress, all the windows we have to decorate with the ice, fake ice along the little edges, and it's pretty constant. It's a lot of work for set decoration on
Wow.
these type of movies. So and then we use what's called fish ice.
Okay.
So we use the snow blankets, but the fish ice is actual ice that we sprinkle on the edges of the white snow blankets in order to create the illusion.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. A lot of the viewers probably don't even know all this, and it's great for them to just hear it, and be like, "Wow, at least I know what goes on." So
It's crazy. All the snowmen are like styrofoam snowmen.
that's funny, man. Oh wow. So I do want to ask, what's your next project? You have anything in the works right now?
You know, I am writing, well, I just finished a TV series, a new one that should be out, I think, in February, March. I
Okay.
love dogs, and I'm always pitching dog projects. So this one, I got the opportunity to work with dogs. It's called Blue
Oh,
Skies,
cool.
and
Blue
it's
skies.
about
Okay.
a Blue Skies. It's a national like park ranger, and she has this dog with military skills, mysterious military skills,
Oh wow.
and they solve crimes. So I loved it. It gave me the opportunity because you know how they work it with dogs on
Yeah.
set. It's not just one dog.
Right.
It's usually four dogs because dogs, these are puppies, and if they get the zoomies, it's like oh, okay, take that dog away, get in the other dog that's a little more calm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some dogs, can give you that soul look where they're like looking right in your soul, and the other dogs are, "Ooh, I'm too goofy. They just want to play."
Right.
So,
Right.
they all identical, these four dogs, and we had a blast.
That's
So
awesome.
just
Wow.
just finished that. I'm hoping we'll do a second season, and at the same time, I also work as a writer as well.
Okay.
So I'm currently working contracted for Lifetime on
Oh, that's
a true
awesome.
crime. Yeah, it's pretty edgy, true crime, ripped from the headlines. Those get pretty dark and psychological.
Okay.
So I'm currently working on one of those too.
Well, good for you. I'm glad. That's awesome that you're doing
Keeping,
Lifetime, Hallmark. I mean, both worlds are great.
yeah, keeping busy, and then I always have my indie features. The American film market's going on right now, so I got a few projects that producers have taken down to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's those ones I've done some that I've been super proud of, but they just take me years to get off the ground. the true indies, where it's private investment and
Yeah.
finding sales agents and distribution. It's
Yeah.
so complicated. And honestly, Josh, I know you're an indie filmmaker as well, but it's a tough market to do indie
Oh, I
movies.
bet. I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't imagine. Real quick before we close on this episode is I know we were talking earlier about sci-fi because that's one of your favorites. Are you a fan of Back to the Future?
Oh yeah. So it's like the
Okay, cool.
best trilogy ever next to like Lord of the Rings, I think.
Heck yeah. I know. Because I mean, they're just celebrating their 40th anniversary
Oh
for the
wow.
original. Yeah, for the original
Wow.
film. So it's in theaters. It's been in theaters since Halloween.
Oh,
But
did you
yeah, I
go?
got it. No, I haven't got. I mean, I've seen it before in the theaters when they're celebrating their 30th anniversary.
Yep.
But it's just cool to see. But I'm just saying that film right there is what inspires so many filmmakers, so many from back when. That's what inspired me was that film, which is Back
Oh,
to the Future. Is a
yeah.
perfect film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Robert Zemeckis is he's so amazing. I know he's gotten into a lot of different technologies and experimentation as well, but the yeah, he knocked it out of the ballpark. I
Oh,
think
he
that's,
did.
that's probably one of the best movies. If you think of like American movies, the top 20, I think that should be in that list.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and it's very interesting too. I mean, you probably can agree on this with certain films of like what they did with Michael J. Fox. I mean, he wasn't even supposed to play Marty in the beginning. It was another actor, Eric
Oh,
Schultz,
Eric,
right? Eric Schultz. Yeah,
Eric, poor
yeah.
guy.
I know, poor guy, but it's very interesting that if you know what I mean, like when things don't work out and you feel something and you're like they said in the interviews, Robert Zemeckis was just like, I wasn't feeling his acting in that particular scene.
Yeah,
But look, I mean, look what happened when they removed him and brought Michael. I mean, it's just like, wow.
it's amazing.
It's
Yeah,
amazing, you know? I mean, it's sad the fact that you have to break the news to an actor, like, hey, you can't, we're not going to pursue you anymore. But it's interesting that how things work together, even when you don't know how it's going to turn out.
yeah. I honestly find the best one of the best traits a strong director has is able to it's having the skill to be able to pivot.
Mm.
Because if you go in with tunnel vision and you kind of get stuck,
Yeah.
you miss a lot. And I mean the main thing obviously is to collaborate and to trust your team. But as a director, it's like you got to be able to like be in a situation like that, or if something, or if you lose a location, or if that I've had situations where like one of our actors got COVID
Oh,
and we
wow.
immediately had to switch out that character on the day, like write quick scenes to pass it off to an assistant for all her dialogue because
Oh,
suddenly she got COVID. Or we had, situations where we lost a main location that was going to be this downtown location, and we had to pivot into a barn that was sort of like used as a youth hostel. Um, Surrounded
dang.
by goats that made no sense. But it's like, okay, so this isn't downtown. We're now on a farm.
Right.
Only location we could find in a day, but we'll make it work.
Yeah.
Put up some signage, make it a youth hostel, and it's like
Wow.
you can totally do it. But again, I think it's a good skill to have is to be able to pivot.
Yeah. That is a good skill to have. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
before we close, how do the viewers find you on social media and they can, find more of your work?
Oh yeah. So you can just type my name into any streamer. If you're on Prime Video, you could put in Jason Burke and you could see my movies. Tubi as well. There's movies. I'm also, I think, on iTunes. I've been lucky enough that I've probably directed about 60 movies. So you can
60
check it.
movies? Really?
60.
Congrats on
Yeah.
that.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah.
So I keep busy at it. But I'm also on Instagram. So
Okay.
so Jason Burke 1.
Jason Burke
So
one. All
yeah, so you
right.
can follow me on Instagram. And I'm an open book. I love giving advice and mentoring and I mentor a lot and I
Do you?
visit a lot of
Okay.
film schools and I like to tell my story and hopefully that inspires someone to follow their dream of being a filmmaker. So
Yes.
yeah.
Well, your story definitely has inspired me, and I know it's going to inspire so many other people out there. So yes, thank you for coming on Rhythm and Roads and sharing your journey. And I know it hasn't always been a smooth journey as well. I mean, there's been obstacles, I would take it, just like
Oh, huge.
life happens, but you're still doing it. You're still doing what you love and hanging in there, working on new
Still doing it.
projects. Yeah. So that's awesome. Well,
Awesome.
thank you, Jason, for coming on Rhythm and Rose. It's been such a pleasure to have you on. And for those that have not seen Reason for the Season, definitely recommend it. I thought it was great. I enjoyed it so much that I even looked up Jason up to invite him on to share about it. But yeah, we look forward to seeing your future work coming out next year as well. So
Oh, thanks, Josh.
you're welcome. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.